we want to think the best of people. We want to think that maybe, we're giving them the benefit of doubt. They're trustable, they're honest, but oftentimes, jokes on us, we the ones getting scammed. Today, we dive into the deep world of the deep web. Sometimes even not deep. Carousel can gonna scam us. So shout out. Let's get nasty. It's time for the Table Talk podcast. Welcome back. This is your favorite podcast. It's your boys, the Mings and Jeremy on the Table Talk podcast.
Man.
We have so much to talk about today. It's a scammy day indeed. You guys ready?
Oh man.
I'm not.
Quick question.
Yes.
What do you call a very fear-inducing lie?
I don't know.
It's very scammy. Anyway, that's back to
Sometimes things are more painful.
That was painful. That was painful.
scam a few seconds of your life.
It's a crazy time. Recently, KL has once again been hit by floods. The weather has been whack, man. So thoughts and prayers to everyone who's been affected by the floods. If you guys want to get in touch to help, we will try to provide some links below of places you can go and send help to donate some money and clothes. But social media is your main source. If you want to do something to help people, just Google. I'm sure you can find stuff.
Tons of stuff.
But speaking about helping people today, we want to help you guys when it comes to getting scammed online. Because, you always hear stories of people getting scammed. You never think that it's going to happen to you. But when it does happen to you, how do you deal with it? Do you just let emotion overcome you? Do you just sit there and cry? Do you, just never recover from a scam? I don't think that should be the story, right? Today, we've got a beautiful panel of people who have scammed people and people who have been scammed. No? You never scammed people before?
I was just going to say,
before.
Okay.
I've scammed people hard on Ragnarok Online before. But I've also had my share of scams. I've been scammed as well. So we're going to dive deep into today's episode. I believe we've also got some user stories which will hopefully resonate with some of you guys at home if maybe you have been in this position and you could have reacted differently or would like to have reacted differently. Share with us your thoughts and aspirations on Instagram. We want to see what you guys would do. Drop us some interesting advice as well. So let's dive in today. What's a scam?
What's a scam?
What's a scam?
Maybe now these days you need to be more specific. What's the range of scams at this point? Right?
What's the most common scams that occur? What do you guys think?
The SMS one.
Okay, SMS.
Yeah.
I'd say the phone calls one, which we
the
talk
phone
about
calls.
later.
I think people are very
Ramped
familiar
up.
with that, right? Like, you didn't pay your taxes, or you have unpaid summons.
Speaking of which, it's tax season now. So tax scams are on the rise. And speaking of which, I'm getting a call right now from Penang.
Let's
I don't know who's that.
Dude, speakerphone.
Oh, what the timing.
Hello.
Hello, may
Yes.
I speak Jeremy T?
Yes, speaking. And that was not a
this
scam.
one's real.
That's
This
not a
one's
scam.
real. This one's
That's
real.
real. That's real.
That was
We'll
not
just
a scam. Oh my
we'll just
gosh.
skip. Cut the call. Okay, that was
Oh,
what
that was
happened
so
just now.
funny.
The call was real. Was real. It's
so
not a
funny.
scam. Not a scam.
That is, we need that to be BTS 100%.
Okay.
Oh my lord! But
We'll put that as
but
BTS.
that's how it happens, right? An
That's how
unknown
it
number
happens.
calls you.
So it
Right.
was very scary. I don't even know which calls to pick up anymore. Sometimes, to be honest,
Like, so I don't pick
that
any.
number
I
was
don't
from
even-
Penang. So I mean, like,
Right.
I don't really get calls from Penang.
Yeah, I don't even pick up my mother's call. I don't know what you're talking about. Just
Oh,
don't pick up calls.
wow.
You know, you can't get scammed if you don't allow the.
time.
Oh yes.
I swear.
But those at this point of time, at tax season, like you said, is the most flamboyant out there scams, because literally someone called me the other day and said that someone used my IC to set up a company in Johor Bahru, and they have not been paying tax, so I might get pursued by the popo, and I'm just like, is that how it works? Like people can just take my IC number and set up a company somewhere. So that was a scam, obviously, but I wanted to take her along for a ride, right? It's actually very scary because they will read you details of yourself to convince you that it's real.
Yeah.
And that's usually what gets people, And unfortunately for a lot of people, right, you guys need to know, your details is actually very readily available
Very
everywhere
easy to take
online. especially your IC number. Okay, just saying first. If you've ever put your IC number anywhere in the shopping mall for this, for that, right? Someone probably has it right now. And they're just working through it and matching up the phone numbers and shit. And you probably get convinced that they know you, but it's a scam.
I actually got that call a few weeks ago, actually. I picked it up and because this is my first year officially doing taxes, I picked it up and I got a call and I answered it and it was automated. It was like, Selamat, good morning and whatnot. And here we are here from the LHDN. And I'm mean like, okay, maybe, it's my first time. So let's hear what they have to say. And they tell me that apparently that I have a company that I am not been paying taxes for. And they write out the company's name. And I was like, okay. And it was automated. Yeah, it's like a very automated voice. And I was like, I don't have a company with that name. And nor have I ever filed taxes before. So I just ended the call thinking that it was not real. But I think a lot of people would have, would think that it's real because you might. And this is very like, tax is the law, right? So these kind of things people don't want to avoid or like, people might be pressured to thinking about it and just.
Yeah, but it's a scam.
Yeah, continue.
They will never call you. They don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
They don't. They will just block you somewhere immediately, right? So paying taxes is your priority and just know, guys, people can read your email to you, your phone number to you, obviously, and your IC number to you. But hey.
But it doesn't mean squat.
It doesn't.
Because
just ask them.
You just give your IC number to even the abang postman. He asks you IC number, you just
That's
give.
true. Post Laju and Shopee, all right. They sometimes ask you to sign off, then put your last 4 digits or something like that, right? Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, let's be real, guys. IC numbers, right? 6 digits the front is your birthday. It's universal. If I know what's your birthday, I already know what's your first 6 digits. Let's be real. And then the next 2 is your location. So if you know where you're staying, the last 4 one is the one that you don't know. But if the abang postman knows what's your last 4 digits, there we go.
Bro, he's the one setting up the company in JB, bro. That shell company. Okay, let's dive into this, right? So in episode 132 on the podcast, Desmond shared with us his story of getting scammed. That was freaking legendary.
Beyond.
TLDR, a very quick one, in a one-liner, he moved into a house the next day. He found out that it was Airbnb and he got scammed. He moved into the house. All of his freaking belongings went in. 24 hours, he went out. That was
24 hours.
You guys gotta check that out. It's pretty crazy.
Truly, only Desmond can kena this kind of thing.
We've got a couple of stories. We might not go through all of them because they're quite lengthy, but let's dive into them. What we want to try to be doing today is to share with you the stories, to pick up and see where the plausible area of being scammed is at. So we want to kind of like, sift out, this is a little bit believable. That's why people fall for it. So that you guys can catch on and hopefully you guys don't get conned by this, right? So let's jump into experience number 1. Minghan, you want to read this first?
Oh, good lord. Okay, so this is not me. Okay, I'm reading on behalf of somebody.
Yeah, so you're going to personify.
Experience. I received a call from a friend saying she needs money. And it sounded exactly like her. Okay, this is mad already. It's like kicking it off.
Yep.
That's just an amazing coincidence, right? Since it was a long-term friend, I wanted to help her out. So I wanted to ask her parents whether she was okay. But I was also scared that if I brought it up, she would get in trouble. I ended up calling her cousin, but her cousin told me that she just called the day before and she was fine. But she will make another call.
Okay, sorry, I forgot to add the remaining part. It was removed. But it says once they called, long story short, once they called the girl was totally fine. And when they called, they found out that this was a voice phishing scam. That's just the summary.
That's voice phishing. That's mad. How
I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
So I asked a bit about what this voice phishing scam is, and apparently it's basically I don't know how they get your voice, okay? But they really make like a bot or something out of your voice, and they will call people that are very close to you. And I don't know how they get the voice, to be honest. There's not much online about it, but this has happened, and people will call
this is a bit sus.
as people. Yeah, so this one, I would say that a lot of people might be falling for it. And the call will start like saying, oh, this is not my phone because I lost my phone and I'm in a big problem. And the person didn't want to ask the parents because she's scared maybe she's doing like some illegal or not illegal, but maybe go gambling or something and lost all the money, and you don't want to make a big fuss. Imagine the parents found out. That would be a big issue, right? So that was quite scary because that could be your friends that is calling you, and the voice will sound exactly the same. You can't tell. It's a phone call.
You
The phone
can't-
call is like, it's so like, and the phone calls are distorted a bit, the mics are not that great. So you could just brush it off as like, oh, it's just somebody. But that essentially is the story.
Wow. I'm trying to like search up, but I might take some time. I'm reading about, it's called phishing, not voice phishing. There's a term, VISH.
It's like vlogging lah, it's like video logging. But
It's
it's called
literally identity
vlogging.
theft lah. Yeah, pretty much. Let's move on. Let's move on. Who's taking the second one?
Okay, I'll take the second one. This person. Okay, so I mean, number one was just you fall for it lah.
That's quite convincing Quite convincing.
It's scary. So technology, right? Wow, this is like deep fake, but voices, Next level. Okay, person number 2. I was interested to get someone to clean my house. Saw a Facebook ad and clicked it. On WhatsApp, there was a promo code for 50% off. So, what a deal. I was asked to download an app, but it was an APK file for Android phones, right? I installed it. Pretty well made. The weird part was that the app asked for SMS permission. I brushed it off. Then asked for common details like name, address, contact number. As I ended up at the payment page, I selected Maybank as it was my bank and it asked for my username and password. However, every time I entered my details, it was invalid. The next day, I realized 4,000 ringgit was transferred to an unknown account.
Oh, bodos, yeah.
And then I realized the app was a front for a scam.
Yep.
Okay,
that feels bad.
I'll just call out where it was. 2 things, Number 1, smart tech savvy people.
Yeah.
Number 1, that the fact you even, freaking put an APK into your phone, you're very intent on getting this app into your phone. Okay, that's whack already. I'm like, how bad is your house, right?
No, but it's
that you
quite
need
easy.
No, but like, it's effort, Like, normal people, if you want to get an app, right, you won't go APK one. You just download from the store, right? This guy's house must be damn dirty to be like, this cleaning service, right? I must download their self-made, non-granted access to the Play Store app,
Like, is this
No, but maybe it
current-
was no, but I think it's quite easy because like, okay, let's put it in perspective, right? If you receive a WhatsApp message, you download like a PDF file. WhatsApp is quite easy. You click on it, it will already show the install on the phone. So I think by then it would have brushed off like, oh, it just helped you. We help make your life easier. You don't have to go through the Play Store and like log in.
I'm very skeptical one. If anything asks me to install anything, right, I'm done. I'll clean the house myself. I rather not, seriously. Like why
Yeah.
why and
Good point.
and
That's a
Android,
good point,
Android, I don't know these problems. Sorry.
Oh,
but
okay.
I mean it's this one is asking for it at some point because number 1 is SMS permission. That's damn dangerous, right,
Yeah,
guys?
yeah.
Anything that suddenly pings a message to your phone and asks for like, oh, put the tag number in or like do you allow this and press another link? The rule of thumb is don't press links, right? That's just it. Never press random links that come in messages. Full stop. And
We'll go to that later.
yeah, we'll go to but this is just bad all around. This is like every single warning sign, right?
I'm gonna
What else?
say-
What is there?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4K was like, that's painful lah.
That's painful.
Honestly,
No joke.
I don't think there's a way to get that back.
Nope,
The
nope.
bank will be like, sorry, looks like a normal transaction to us, man.
It is technically a normal transaction,
poor
so
thing,
you can
guys,
report
poor
it. But unfortunately, tough.
Condolences to person number
The
2.
4,000 ringgit. Yeah.
Jeremy, bring us on person number 3.
Oosh.
Okay, person number 3 sold their phone on an online platform, and the guy
Right.
said that he paid, and I gave him the phone. But once I checked my bank account, there was no money, but the phone was already given. I tried to call him back, and he reported my account on the platform, and the platform banned me. He did, however, reply and said, "Oops, I will send it tomorrow." But alas, I got blocked.
You can lodge a complaint. I'm very sure this one can lodge complaint.
I don't know about rectifying it, lah. I think the guy probably got the phone, and
Yeah,
just
but
disappeared.
the money though, that's just really bad transactional like common sense. Why would you send your phone first before the money reach you?
So that could so this is one thing that I think a lot of people might know or might not know. But there is something called the interbank gyro. I'm not sure if you are familiar with that. And the
Tell us
interbank
about the
gyro,
gyros.
what basically is
Yeah.
you transfer money, but if it's not the same bank, say for example, I'm a Maybank user, I'm transferring to CIMB. If I'm using gyro, it takes 1 business day to clear. So that could be one of the cases. They could cancel the transaction, like tell the bank, hey, I made a mistake. Please don't send the money. Or you could schedule. I'm not sure if you have seen it before,
Schedule
but you
a
can do schedule a payment, and it will still look like the Maybank receipt. So when you look at it, you'll be like, oh yeah, okay, the money's gonna come in, and you realize that you got the money, but maybe some people, in the spur of the moment wanting to sell, and they don't really check the bank account straight away. They might just brush it off and be like, oh, the money will probably come, and that could be one of the cases of how you could get scammed through these methods.
I think that's legit. It sounds very close to one of the scams I had in England when I sold a phone and someone said that, oh yeah, they banked in the money, but didn't happen,
Is this
thankfully, thankfully I wrote, this is really God's grace, man. I wrote the address wrong. So the phone got routed back to my address. I'm like,
wow.
Oh, that's Jesus all the way, man. Come on.
What a
crazy.
Clutch.
That's a crazy story. That's a crazy story. Oh my goodness.
Lucky boy, bro.
Wow, you were very lucky.
Can you imagine he dared to message you after that? I don't seem to have gotten the phone. Do you?
So freaking lucky. Man.
Okay.
Amen for mistakes. Oh my goodness.
Okay, actually, it's really good. Experience number 4, man. You want to take it?
All right, so last one. We had an incident in the office. Hold on. Is this our office?
Yes, it
our
is.
Office.
Our office.
Oh, okay. Where some members of the team got an email from Brian asking our teammates that they need to go for an errand urgently and that he is available via email. God only knows what would happen if we were to reply since we are a small team. Hold on. Oh yeah, there was someone impersonating Brian's email.
Yeah. So
that's right.
I wrote that line because we are a small team. We don't have a lot of people. So I can just WhatsApp and be like, why Brian, can't you just WhatsApp me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what if it's a big company with 100 of employees? You don't have a company WhatsApp group. You don't have the number of that particular individual. And then you see
That's true.
The message. What would have happened? I really don't know, but that happened to us. Somebody emailed one of our teammates and was like, hey, good morning. I need some help urgently. And the name was Brian Lim. Right back there in the email.
Right.
But the email was just different. Yeah.
I remember this vaguely and I feel that was crazy that it actually is a thing. Identity theft or impersonation, literally. And oh my gosh, I can't imagine what would happen. What would have that Brian asked them to do? There was an
I don't know.
errand. What was the errand?
Transfer money.
Probably
transfer money.
Yeah.
I thought go buy eggs for me or something. This is mad. But this is basically the premise of scams, right? So impersonation, voice impersonation, identity impersonation.
It's a lot of it. It's quite scary because sometimes people they'll target like you're like an uncle or auntie that you're not very close to, so you're like, this is weird, they wouldn't reach out to me. But then sometimes they really jackpot, right? They get your colleague that you sit next to and talk to about money, right? Then next is yo bro, I need money. Then you're like, oh, I need to send. Then how's yam gong?
Yeah, that could be a thing. Yeah. It's scary. It's scary.
Oh, but I guess what they weigh on is they will just find a small element that you recognize in details. They will just need one and then they will harp on that. Oh, this is Brian Lim, or oh, this is your IC number, or didn't you say this is the address? So back of your mind, you would default to maybe I forgot. Let me do it anyway. And that is where the danger begins.
But I have to say they're getting quite creative with the sort of scams there is. Again, like Jeremy was saying that because we're in a tax filing season, there's a lot of fear and uncertainty about taxes, right? So that's why scammers take the opportunity to bank on that. They want, the insight here, we use it in marketing. Yeah. The insight is that it's time for taxes. A lot of people are uncertain. Let's play on that uncertainty and throw in something that you have to pay extra. Then okay, I have to pay extra, right? So there's a lot of LHDN scams, our local taxing body. The officers have these officers that they'll call you, but weirdly it's always with a mobile phone number, right? And then you pick up the phone call and then it's this voice operated robot answering machine, and then tells you that you owe this amount of money, you're investigated for tax fraud and evasion. Then they would ask you to bank in all your money to their account, so you'll be blacklisted. These are a bit stupid.
Doesn't work that way. But it's true.
It's weird.
People cook this kind of details up because then it doesn't sound do I know this? Oh, I don't know how this works. Maybe I should just follow. There's some smart gullibility going on.
And
Smart
it's getting
gullibleness.
worse. Like over the years, I think they have
It's
evolved their
getting both
practices.
worse and better. Because
Yeah.
they're getting smarter.
Yeah.
They,
so like
they're getting what are they getting braver?
Yeah.
Getting braver.
They are. And the government keeps warning people. So if you do get calls, we'll talk about how to prevent these scams later. But these kind of scams. Oh my goodness, something just fell. But
Oh my goodness.
that was a scam. But the LHDN will not call you.
No, they won't.
So just
they
keep that
won't.
in mind.
They
They will
won't.
never call you.
Yeah.
If they want to summon you to the court, right, it's black and white one. They won't call you.
yeah.
They will call you to let you know, but then you be like, send me letter. Then if they send you letter, then see you in court kind of thing lah. But otherwise, right, they won't like just message you and be like, hey, by the way, we want to see you in the police station. No such thing lah.
No, they won't do that. They were like, oh, if you don't do this, next time you will get blacklisted this, blacklisted that. You will pay
Cannot go
tax
country.
higher. No. But correct me if I'm wrong. The people who will call you are banks, right? Because if you set it up for a transfer limit or credit card limit, they will call you
Yes,
to
correct.
only confirm if you're doing this transaction. Nothing else. They won't call you to pay a bill. Okay.
Yeah.
No one calls you to pay bills, to my knowledge lah. But that's it. This Discord Nitro scams though, Jeremy. This is something you're familiar with.
Yeah, so I mean, on our server, we had a bunch, thanks to our mods, to like remove it. But these kind of things are quite like for younger people, like adults with tax, right? Discord Nitro is like a $9, $10 subscription. So people like younger people wouldn't want to spend that kind of money on these like subscriptions. So if you get a free Discord Nitro, why not click on it, right? But I don't exactly know what happens out of it, but I do know that when you click on it, they get your username and password.
Get
and
access.
that's-
Yes.
Yeah, and that's how they start spamming all the different channels
Yeah,
with your thing. And God knows what they're gonna do with it, because I do know some of these accounts will end up being like crypto scams later. We'll talk about it right after this. But they will ask you to deposit money for like a certain amount of things. So these kind of things will happen.
The Discord is on the same line of like familiarity, because they just need a way into your account to impersonate you to talk to your friend.
Yep.
That's all they need. They don't really need your credit card. They want to be you asking for help, I think.
Yeah, that could be one of the reasons what they're planning to do actually.
Yeah, pretty much.
There is also, and this one I think maybe Minghan's got a couple of stories, crypto scams. Everyone's jumping on the crypto train now because apparently it's lucrative and you can make money. And so there's like crypto scams and there's NFT scams and all this, technology money things. Minghan, what the heck is going on there? How easy / hard is it to get scammed?
Very easy. Very easy. Actually, it's not even a scam. In crypto, there are a lot of beggars. Okay, people will just message your Twitter, message your Telegram, especially if you like open your allow for direct messages, right?
Oh, that's
They
why
will
I'm getting
just-
all these spam. Okay, I need to block my
Yeah,
Discord
so
already.
on I think crypto uses a ton of Discord and Telegram, right? And as long as you are seen if you go into any server, you can see one who's online at the moment. There are bots that actually just work down the list, for example. And what they usually ask you to do is they would just ask for money straight up, right? Or the more dangerous one is they would lead you into a site that requires you to sign in. And for crypto, that's extremely dangerous, because the minute you sign in and allow access with your crypto wallet, you can say goodbye basically. Because people can program stuff that allow access to move your money out of your wallet, and you happy new year lah. It's not even 4,000 ringgit at that point. They literally control your wallet, right? One of the biggest scams I know that runs online, like quite early on, is if you send me 1 Bitcoin, we'll do a halving and we'll send you 2 Bitcoin back. Or like if you send me this, they will do this something in their protocol and then they will double your money and send it back. That was something that even like earlier on, it's very easy to believe if you're a newbie, because you don't know how it works, like me. So I tested and I sent like this guy like 0.1 BNB or like something back to see if he sent me back 0.2. Of course, he didn't send me back anything.
Nice.
But it's a very common thing, because they would say that in Telegram and stuff, right, it's very easy to impersonate people who run the projects. They just change their name a bit, they change their profile picture, and it looks like they are the developer of that project.
Yep.
So it's a very common thing for teams in crypto, right, to say like in their name, I will never DM you first. I will never DM you. So it's like a practice, that only scammers will DM you. If anything, you are supposed to DM the developer instead. So they will never DM and ask you for funds. They will never DM and ask you like, oh, this is a whitelist. You can join in for early access. Very lucrative things, especially for NFTs nowadays, right?
Everyone wants in.
Yeah, you want to be able to park a queue there. So people are taking advantage of that and misleading you to like officials, like sites that look like the official site, but it's really not. So that's a very big deal. It's and it kind of works, you see, because everyone's on a hype train and you're not educated to like know how to read the website code properly. So if you are a newbie user, you just go and click. I can get free access. I can get free NFTs. Yeah. Let's just go. Then you click.
Next morning, you wake up in jail already.
It doesn't need to be next morning. You click, the next hour, you can see your wallet empty.
Yeah, that's
painful. It. Like totally emptied. Maybe they leave you a few cents because they just need gas to transfer it out.
Gas fee, correct.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part of crypto.
That's scary. I mean, honestly, for me, I'm just like, I don't want. It's so scary, like, cause you don't see it. It's just like you press and then it's gone. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's really just one click, and you literally give the keys to your house to someone. Can you imagine? You just, I'm wide-eyed. I'm so excited to join crypto. Here, let me put 5,000 ringgit. Click. How come I cannot change any more coins? How come I cannot swap my 5,000 ringgit? You look at your wallet, suddenly it's not there. Happy New Year. Within the first hour, it happens. It happens. So yeah, it's high risk, high reward. High risk, high reward in crypto.
I'm not a fan.
So the next one.
What is this, Jeremy?
Okay.
Please,
so the next one I will share with you guys. It's very interesting, but scary at the same time. So someone actually emailed us about this. They're from like global anti-scam organization. So that's why we kind of want to talk about it. Like scams today, right? But they told us like we want you guys to maybe bring a bit of awareness to this scam, and it's called pig butchering scam. Now, hey, it's a very weird name. It's pig butchering scam, but basically, what they would do is they would catfish people, essentially on dating apps and social media, and they will create a false connection with you. So, over the years, over the months, it's not a straight, like one day and then will be, hey, here's the scam, like the LHDN. It's over months or maybe weeks, and they will, do all sorts of crazy things. There is actually a list. I will actually, let me pull up the list while I'm talking about it. But there are a list of things that they would do, and you should keep a lookout for, which when I read this, of what things they would do, okay? So the first of it, one of it is actually they would wish you good morning and good night every morning, every day.
Right.
So you will like be like, wow, I'm so touched that this guy,
friendship
this friendship, has been formed, and they took the time out to wish me good morning. And maybe for someone who's a bit more lonely, that might be like, wow, that's the connection I kind of been desiring for a long time.
So they impersonate romantic relationships also lah.
Yeah. They will always ask. Okay,
is
so
this
here's the
Tinder swindler?
No, kind of, maybe, I don't know. But this one always asks and shares pictures of their food, and their home cooked food looks very restaurant quality. They'll casually talk about spending tens and thousands, hundreds of thousands of US dollars to make you feel small. They will typically, by second and third week, every day talk about investment and trading websites. And that's where they will start, coming about you and putting it in. And the reason why they call it pig butchering is because it's kind of like fattening the pig for slaughter. That's why they call it pig slaughter. And this is China word. They call it sha chu pan. I don't know, my Chinese is really bad, but it basically means pig butchering in Chinese. So it's trying to like fattening the pig up and then slaughtering you, basically scamming you.
It's like the over time you invest, you grow the seed, and then hopefully one day you pluck the fruits, right? From a scam.
So generally, if you are and the thing that's very scary is that it's a very big scam industry growing in like China and all these countries, and it's been growing in Malaysia as well. And everything is tailored and profiled to your stereotype. So generally, if you're a man, the scammers will show a lot of sexy pictures and act very hot and cold, very common. Cold. Yeah. And if you're a woman, the scammer will shower you with very corny cliches and sweet nothings. And even the timing of when to call you cute names is very planned. Like the second week only they can call you cute names. Cannot. First week, cannot. First week is too obvious. Second week that's where we come in. Yeah. And they will make you think that all the choices you are making all the choices, and it's very human like psychology like based.
Wow.
Like it's all engineered to make you feel loved to want to join this platform. And the platform is like really well done and made, man. Like there's 24/7 like customer service. They're ready to take your money. Like any problem with the website, you cannot transfer the money. They will make sure that money will go into the platform.
Step by step, they'll walk you through.
They'll hold your hand, to,
then they'll call you baby the whole time. One striker.
And then they hold your wallet. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's
So
hardcore.
yeah, that's
But this is very real one, Like there's a
real.
lot of people, right? And especially the target is single older people with money.
Oh my god, why you gotta say like that?
Because it's true. I know a few. I know
right? Somebody who this just happened to, and I called it out.
Right.
Oh
like
my
what?
gosh,
Like
it was
give us
painful.
a vague. Like they would pretend to be interested in you, right?
Okay, Ryan, you gotta bleep this out now. Okay, I don't know. I won't say name. Somebody who's in their later stage in life has been single for a while, right? And then apparently this guy comes in, starts talking to this person, and then the person sends me pictures of this person who apparently is working on like a oil rig, right? And then I see the pictures from the oil rig, and I'm like,
Oil rig.
that's photoshopped onto an oil rig picture. So I went to Google and I just typed oil rig worker, and literally I found the picture, and then they simply just slap a face onto the picture, and the skin tone is Ang Moh and Asian. It's like it's two different things. Don't laugh.
Okay, don't laugh. You cannot laugh.
But
Love is
I'm
blind.
so
Love is
happy.
blind, Jeremy.
I'm
Yeah,
so
love is
happy I helped this person, because like you call it out lah. You don't let them like fall into that hole lah. Because a couple of months from now it's like, hey yo, I need some money. I'm having some problems at the hospital. Can you transfer me some money? And then because we humans again, you make a bond with a person, right? You feel like you want to help. You will go out of your way to help. And then if it's like $50,000, if you got the money, you just send, because this person is important to you, ma. You talk to the person every day.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ay, jalat, man. I tell you, I felt so
But at
bad.
least you
lah,
saved
but
someone.
I saved somebody.
But
Yes.
it's a thing, like you would target something that someone wants, right? That costs you nothing, but costs them everything. That's a high ROI. You just need to spend a couple of minutes every day, like pretending you're interested, or like, oh, I really want to visit you, or I'm trying to buy a plane ticket over to see you. All those love scams, right?
All those sweet promises, right?
Sweet promises, right? A lot of people kena one. It's like a thing like, oh, right now I'm stuck in the, and then they will really like make it as if they're really going to meet you that day, and then something will happen. And then it's not enough. They won't stop one, They will say, I'm so sorry, something came out last minute. They stopped me in the airport. I need to fly back. And then they'll continue being in touch with you to try again, to get another plane ticket from you, apparently. And if you don't know how to go about checking plane tickets, happy new year to you, basically.
That's hot whack.
It happens.
Oh, I'm
it
so
happens.
scared now. How do we learn to trust again? I don't know, guys.
So what
Jeremy.
can we do? Let's help some people out, and let's give people some tips on how
Let's do
they
it.
can prevent these scams. Okay,
I
The
most
first-
love practical steps.
yeah, this is the practical part of the podcast, right? The first
Right.
one is the most important.
Mm.
If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
100%.
No one's gonna give you free money. No one's going to give you
Give you
anything.
100 ringgit. Give them 100 ringgit, give you 200 ringgit back. No such thing.
No, yeah, that's the Bitcoin one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Bitcoin one. That's the Bitcoin one.
No one
Ethereum
will double your
yeah.
money for free.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
probably a catch somewhere. So read the
Cryptocurrency
terms
doesn't
and
work like that.
conditions.
Crypto doesn't work like that, guys. Okay, it's not like you send the machine the coin come back 2 times.
No
it
such
doesn't.
thing. Not
No,
here.
no.
Not here, not
Nope.
today.
Not anywhere actually.
Second one. If it's I think that's a perfect way to do it. Phone scams, guys. Let me just lay this down in case y'all didn't know already. Tell
Yep.
your mother, tell your father, tell your uncle, auntie, your girlfriend, cousin, and pet dog. Phone scams. If it's anything to do with asking for money, to pay money, to transfer money,
Nope.
just hang up.
Yep.
If it's real, they'll send you black and white.
Eh,
Even that,
That-
so
yeah.
probably not, but
Yeah,
just don't. Like the phone call doesn't mean anything. Just because they present you information, like we said at the start of the podcast, just because they tell you your name and your IC, then you decided, this one is real because you know things about me.
You got to think of it in this, the bank doesn't just have you as a customer, right? There are millions of people who are not like on deadlines. They got no time to phone every stupid person who's not paying their bills. Okay, Banks do something more profitable. They fine you immediately, and then you don't realize, and you end up paying the fine for no reason. That is how they make money. They don't chase you to like, I think you should really pay this now so we don't have to make money off of you.
Don't have bro.
That's not life. That's not life. That's just it. No time. What's next?
Number 3. Emails. Well, this one I think is still as old as time, song as old as Rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. How
WhatsApp emails
until today? Okay, guys, this one I need to tell you guys. There's more than just the emails of like the Nigerian prince. There's more than that already now. It's no longer just that, right? Now it's also like, guys, there's also the big pay ones. I did something with big pay recently, and we talked about the fact that also that there has been a stigma of people getting calls from big pay, like phone calls, texts, and even emails, right? Guys, don't just talk about that. Instagram, right? We have friends who have lost their Instagram accounts to email scams. You click on a link you think is from Instagram, you reset your password, bam, you're locked out. They have it, they delete it, right? And then you try to put up a petition like, help me, I lost my account. Guys, the scams don't just stop at money, right? Anything you think there's value, they'll take it. So there's email ones. Yeah, go ahead.
To add on to the Instagram thing, a lot of people, okay, I'm so sorry if I'm calling some people out, okay, but they needs to be called out. A lot of these Instagram accounts saying like, follow and share this profile for 1,000 ringgit Uniqlo gift voucher. Uniqlo is not going to start an Instagram account to ask you to follow, and that is not really a scam, but that one indirectly is helping someone. You're giving them money, because what these people do, and I've read online, is they would do these like voucher scams. Follow the page and then ask 3 friends to follow the page or something. And once you follow, you get a chance to win a 1,000 ringgit gift voucher. Once you get 100,000 like followers, they will start the account, and then the person who started that Instagram account will profit off the followers. So you might suddenly be following some random meme page for all you know, and that money was just free money to the scammer who scammed everyone off free vouchers of
truly
fake websites that they won't give. Yeah.
There's so many different kinds. I want to hear like from our audience what other types of email scams you guys have been getting. The last one, just to recap, is the one that Jeremy was just saying. It's the long-term slow burn. What movie is a slow burn? Shutter Island's a slow burn. It's the pig butchering scam, right? People try to get close to you, they get in your pants, then they take your crown jewels. That's the best way to put it, right? After a while, they make friends with you, close, and then suddenly it's like, yo, you want to invest? They take all your money. And then you feel like, oh no.
Not even money. Invest. I think if it's like, just, I want to see you. Oh, yo, you want to see me? Oh, I want to fly from Peru to meet you. Oh.
Oh yeah.
But I need help. Oh, my bank don't let me pay for my airplane ticket.
Yeah, can you transfer me? Just 15k only.
For a flight.
For love, 15k is a small amount.
Return ticket.
15k.
Oh man.
So what we were asked to tell people is actually just be aware of who these people are.
Yes.
Do your due diligence. I mean, these people Instagram accounts are fake. Anyone can put a fake front, and all their followers could be bought. And apparently, also, this is just something I just want to throw in. I think they mentioned it, and I feel it's quite important. I don't know if it's real, but I would like to just be, even if it might not be real, let's be safe, Some of these victims are actually captured and held captive and forced to perpetrate these scams. So please avoid any highly paid job recruitment. I'm just reading from the email, through social media platforms.
Wow.
So do not, if someone is offering 5,000 ringgit to fly to like Thailand for like something, please,
that's next level.
Just don't.
Like, you will never get into a stranger's car unless it's Grab, right? Don't go and get a plane ticket. Actually, that's very hard to use nowadays. Like, don't go into people's car. Like, you don't know.
You do that apparently for like a living
Grab.
now.
That's actually quite tough. We need to change that. Idiom already.
Unless it's an e-hailing service, don't get into people's car.
Yeah,
that you don't know. Yeah.
We gotta do a list of idioms that are not relevant anymore at this day and age. But But I think that's crazy lah. If someone want to fly you out to somewhere and no idea who these people are, you're really asking for it if you say yes. Seriously.
I think so.
Let's be safe, but let's practice being a bit more wise.
Oh,
Be
yes,
a bit
yes.
more observant. You know.
Correct.
And
Use
also
your
like
brains,
for the
you
emails. The emails,
Yes.
right? When you click on the link, right? If you see the domain, right, they can change the Maybank from an A to an @ the alliance, you know.
Yes.
So you might think, oh, it's still Maybank, and the website looks exactly the same. But you know, once you log in and you put in your details, off you go. So
My favorite one is like when they have it like Instagram security at gmail.com. You think Instagram got no money to make like their own email, is it? Like would they have to write the free email on Gmail, is it? Guys, wisen up, wisen up, guys. It's not that hard. But I say that and then a lot of people still fall for scams.
So that emails can be quite like, I do know that you could like fake an email, but you know, some people like email platforms don't really let them know. So just be wise, and when you click on it, you know, did you request to change your password? If you didn't, just ignore it. If you know, these small things can make a difference. So before you click on something, don't just rush because they're preying on the fear and the immediate panic to do something. But if you take your time to read it and process it, then I think your odds of getting scammed are reduced.
I love that. That's such a great ending point. If you guys have any great stories to share with us, please drop us a message on Instagram. We would love to share it with some of the audience next week. Anything that you felt that you've been through before that could be of help to other people that could listen, please drop us a line. We'd love to listen to it. Speaking about listening, this week's song recommendation is going to be weird. I'm going to plug in my own song. I just released a new song with Lost Spaces and Resort. It's called Over and Over
I haven't
Again.
listened. Hold on. I haven't listened to it yet. Your playlist, okay.
I can't play it. Ryan's going to put it over.
Oh,
the
Brian's
podcast.
gonna play. Okay.
Yeah. So have a listen to it, guys. It's I didn't expect a collab to come out before my own stuff comes out, but I hope you guys enjoy it. If you don't, just let me know you don't enjoy it, so I can just have a feedback. You know?
Public sentiment seems to like it, so that's a great. This is not a scam. Not a scam.
It's
People
not a scam.
Like
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a listen.
It's a real song.
It's a real song. Go listen to it. It's called
Unless you want
Over and
to,
Over Again.
willingly donate to the artist, then that's great. You know.
Also,
That's great.
I don't have Patreon or OnlyFans yet, but I'm considering starting up one. If you guys want to listen to more podcasts, get caught up with all the latest episodes on the Takeaway Table. That's on YouTube. We're also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you guys also want to learn and find out new things about yourself and the community, we have a beautiful Discord server called discord.gg/the takeaway table. That's discord.gg/the takeaway table. And you can make new friends. We probably should hang out and do something fun with them because it's like it's been a year plus since the Discord server started already. Right, so we got some cool people there. We get some great stories there as well. So today's some of the stories from today is actually from Discord community server as well. If you guys want to get plugged in, please come and join us. Until then, we hope you guys don't get scammed to the next episode. That's our hope for today. Really, we just hope you don't get scammed in life in general. Any final words, Megan and Jeremy?
Don't click links. You will save yourself majority of the time already.
Just don't click links.
Just don't click links. Seriously,
And
just
in
don't click
blue
links.
underline, right? Just
Yes,
don't
try
click it.
try your best. You know,
Even
your
if
hand
it's
very
from
itchy.
work.
Yeah. Don't click, please.
Like even if it's like from work, here's the deck. Can you have a look? Don't click it.
no, don't click it.
Okay.
Don't
And words
download
for advice
files.
from Megan. Let us know how that turns out for you guys.
Don't click it.
Take care,
Seriously.
guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.